Here are the most recent deaths in the national news as reported at Legacy.com the 4th week of August 2023. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Singer and songwriter August 08 died August 28, 2023 at the age of 31. His R&B singles included Funeral, Simple Pleasures, and Bruises. Born Ray Jacobs, August 08 is also being remembered for co-writing songs made famous by such artists as DJ Khaled and Wale. A note to remember, sometimes personal information such as someone's cause of death is not announced immediately or publicly at all by their family or the authorities. Every family has a right to their privacy. Actress Hersha Parady died August 23, 2023 at her son's home in Norfolk, Virginia. She died after fighting a brain tumor at the age of 78. She was best known for her role on the TV classic Little House on the Prairie, playing schoolteacher Alice Garvey. Parody is also being remembered for appearances on such TV shows as The Waltons and Kenan and Kel. Astronaut Karol Bobko died August 17, 2023 in Half Moon Bay, California. He died of complications from an unspecified degenerative disease of the nervous system at the age of 85. He was the first pilot of 2 space shuttles, the Challenger in 1983 and the Atlantis in 1985. He is also being remembered as the first astronaut to fly 3 different space shuttle missions. Bobko was a U.S. Air Force veteran. Musician Bernie Marsden died August 24, 2023 of bacterial meningitis at the age of 72. He was a founding guitarist for the hard rock band Whitesnake. Marsden is being remembered for co-writing songs like Fool for Your Loving and the #1 hit Here I Go Again. Figure skater Alexandra Paul died August 22, 2023 in Melanchthon, Ontario, Canada. She died of injuries sustained in a car accident at the age of 31. She represented Canada in the 2014 Olympic Games, skating alongside her future husband, Mitchell Islam. Paul is being remembered as a 3-time Canadian national bronze medalist. Conservative activist Samuel Wurzelbacher died August 27, 2023, after fighting pancreatic cancer at the age of 49. He became better known as Joe the Plumber during the 2008 election season, when he questioned future President Barack Obama about how his tax plan would affect small business owners. He is being remembered for continuing to speak out about his conservative beliefs. Wurzelbacher was a U.S. Air Force veteran. Politician Don Sundquist died August 27, 2023 in Collierville, Tennessee. He died after surgery and a short illness at the age of 87. He was a 2-term Republican governor of Tennessee in the 1990s and 2000s. He is also being remembered for serving in the U.S. House of Representatives for 12 years prior to his governorship. Sundquist was a U.S. Navy veteran who served in the 1950s and 60s. Baseball player, coach, and manager Pat Corrales died August 27, 2023 in Big Canoe, Georgia. He died of natural causes at the age of 82. He was a catcher in the 1960s and 70s for such teams as the Philadelphia Phillies and Cincinnati Reds. Corrales is being remembered for his later career as a coach and manager for teams like the Atlanta Braves and Texas Rangers. He was the first Mexican-American manager of a Major League Baseball team. Football coach Rich Stubler died August 27, 2023 at the age of 74. He was a longtime coach in the Canadian Football League, where he helped lead teams like the Toronto Argonauts and Calgary Stampeders to Grey Cup victories. Stubler is being remembered for his deep knowledge of the defensive game. Playwright Tina Howe died August 28, 2023, at a hospital in New York City. She died of complications from a broken hip at the age of 85. Her play, Coastal Disturbances, was nominated for a Tony Award. Howe is also being remembered for such plays as Painting Churches and Pride's Crossing, both Pulitzer Prize nominees. Musician Jack Sonni died August 30th, 2023, at the age of 68. He played guitar with Dire Straits during their chart-topping Brothers in Arms era. Sonni is also being remembered for performing with the Dire Straits Legacy project and with his own band, The Leisure Class. Sportscaster Tony Roberts died August 26, 2023, at the age of 94. He was the longtime play-by-play announcer for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team. Roberts is being remembered as a National Radio Hall of Famer who also covered the Olympics, golf, and other sporting events. Actress Arleen Sorkin died August 24, 2023, of multiple sclerosis at the age of 67. She was the inspiration for the DC Comics character Harley Quinn, as well as the first actress to voice the character when she was introduced on Batman the Animated Series. Sorkin is also being remembered for her performance on Days of Our Lives as the offbeat, funny Calliope Jones. Game show host Bob Barker died August 26, 2023, at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 99. He was the longtime host of The Price is Right, handing out hundreds of millions of dollars worth of prizes in games like Plinko, Cliffhangers, and the Showcase Showdown. He is being remembered as a devoted advocate of animal welfare who educated the public about spaying and neutering their pets. Barker was a U.S. Navy veteran of World War II. Three U.S. Marines were killed on August 27, 2023, when a Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey aircraft crashed during training exercises in Australia. Their names are Corporal Spencer R. Collart, Captain Eleanor V. LeBeau, Major Tobin J. Lewis. 3 people were killed on August 26, 2023, in a shooting at a Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida. Their names are Angela Michelle Carr, Gerald Deshawn Gallion, Anult Joseph A.J. Laguerre Jr. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 3 years ago this week, actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43. He became a Marvel superstar when he portrayed Black Panther, and he also starred in such movies as Get On Up and 42. 15 years ago this week, musician and actor Jerry Reed died at the age of 71. His country music hits included Amos Moses, When You're Hot, You're Hot, and Eastbound and Down, and he starred in Smokey and the Bandit. 20 years ago this week, actor Charles Bronson died at the age of 81. He was an action hero known for starring in movies like Machine Gun Kelly, The Great Escape, and Once Upon a Time in the West. 26 years ago this week, Diana, Princess of Wales, died at the age of 36. She was called the People's Princess, beloved for her charitable work, iconic fashion sense, and compassion. 33 years ago this week, musician Stevie Ray Vaughan died at the age of 35. He was a blues guitar legend, known for hits like Crossfire and Pride and Joy. Actress Roxy Roker was born 94 years ago this week. She died in 1995 at the age of 66. She was a sitcom star on The Jeffersons, half of the first interracial couple on primetime TV, and she was the mother of musician Lenny Kravitz and grandmother of actress Zoe Kravitz. Musician Dinah Washington was born 99 years ago this week. She died in 1963 at the age of 39. She was called the Queen of the Blues, with hits like Teach Me Tonight and What a Difference a Day Makes. Boxer Rocky Marciano was born 100 years ago this week. He died in 1969, 54 years ago this week, at the age of 45. He was the only heavyweight champion in history to finish his career undefeated. Actor and filmmaker Richard Attenborough was born 100 years ago this week. He died in 2014 at the age of 90. He starred in Jurassic Park and won 2 Academy Awards as the director of Gandhi. Actress Ingrid Bergman was born 108 years ago this week. She died in 1982, 41 years ago this week, on her 67th birthday. She was a star of the golden age of Hollywood, known for such films as Casablanca, Gaslight, and Joan of Arc. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Tennessee have been lowered to honor the memory of Tennessee's 47th Governor Don Sundquist. Flags in Pennsylvania have been lowered to honor the memory of Lower Saucon Township firefighter John Kalinich, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Delaware, Ohio, Kentucky, Maryland, and Utah have been lowered in recognition of International Overdose Awareness Day. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.